Now, there will be security guards at the top of these stairs on Oscar days checking everybody's tickets, because you can only come down to this first floor if you have a ticket to be on it. That's because this is where all of the celebrities are. We don't want people just wandering up and down and being where they're not supposed to be. So you have passed the ticket check portion. You've made it onto the celebrity floor. Now, on the day of the show, they'll dress it up a lot. There will be tables, chairs, decorations, waiters passing around champagne. Feels a bit more like a lounge here on Oscar Day. And for those people who did not make it down to the first floor, they can look down at all of the fancy people below them from our open atrium up above. Now, this room to the left, we'll step inside in just a moment. It's the Dolby Lounge, our VIP room. But it mostly gets used for our events, our other events besides the Oscars. We do the Oscars every February, but we do about 125 other events throughout the year too. A lot of concerts, a lot of movie premieres. TV shows film here, like American Idol and America's Got Talent do all their big finales here. So in the room lives a real Oscar statue. So feel free to get photos of Oscar. He looks good on Facebook and Instagram. So just a few fun facts about the statues for you guys. Same design since he was created in 1929. He's 13 and a half inches tall, just over 8 pounds or 4 kilos, so pretty heavy. Inside is made of metal, and then who won, the year, what they won for, that won't be on there when you first win. It will just have no nameplate on it whatsoever. You get a blank Oscar. You have to hold on to it, keep it safe all night, and then when you get to the after party, they'll affix your nameplate to it. Yeah, because we don't know who wins ahead of time. We don't know if it's Moonlight or La La Land. So we can't put the nameplates on until we find out who the winners are, so that happens at the end of the night. There's usually one person every year who sets theirs down in the bathroom and then walks away. Oh, where did my Oscar go? It's right here. Doesn't have your name on it yet. Keep it with you. Keep it with you. Ramps on either side that lead into the auditorium. On Oscar Day, they will be lined with 250 people in very fancy clothes who are not celebrities. These are the seat fillers. So let me explain their odd job that day. Oscars is a TV show, right? Everyone's at home watching on TV. When the camera shows the audience and sees empty chairs, it looks very bad. It's very distracting. So we fix that for them. As soon as the commercials start, we open the doors to the theater. Everyone comes running out to the lobby. Maybe Nicole Kidman goes to the bathroom, Matt Damon goes to the bar, Justin Timberlake goes backstage, and we put somebody in their chairs for them to keep it nice and warm until they get back. And the catch is, if they don't make it back by the end of the commercial break, we close the doors on them, no matter how famous they are. And so it is my job to stand at those doors and say, I'm sorry, Leo, you have to wait until the next commercial break. And his seat filler gets to stay in his chair for that whole next segment. So when you're watching next year, you can play a game at home, spot the seat filler. You will be able to find them. You'll say, I don't know who that is sitting next to Jennifer Aniston, but it is not Justin Theroux. So it's definitely a seat filler. And before you ask, no, I'm sorry. You cannot get a job as a seat filler. You have to be related to someone who works at the Academy. So start making friends here in Hollywood. All right, so we have made it to the stage. This is the entrance that every presenter and performer will use. As soon as you set onto the black floor, you are officially on the stage. So this will be curtained off here. We'll have a bookshelf with all of the Oscar statues on them, just like you see in this photo with Holly Berry. This is where the presenters pick up their envelopes and their Oscars when they make their way out onto the stage to present or perform. And as soon as you get out to the middle, you'll be able to see the whole Dolby Theatre. Are you right?
No.
All right, so let me explain what you're looking at here. All of the celebrities will be down in this bottom section. And because we do a seating chart ahead of time, we know where everyone's going to be sitting, and we make these poster board cutouts and put them in their chairs they will be in, so that the 3 weeks of rehearsals before the show, the camera people can practice, know where everybody's going to be.
I was wondering about
yes.
that.
So this is just a sampling. These will be all over the first two sections, because that's where all the nominees will be throughout these first two sections. And the presenters are still scattered in there as well, because we want to know what Scarlett Johansson thinks about who won. So the camera person needs to be able to see her face at an instant notice. So if you're nominated for an Oscar, you'll be given a seat in the front row or on the aisle. That way, in case you win, you don't have to crawl over anybody's lap. And then all of the famous people, of course, will be up in this front section. The section just up the stairs behind them is also for nominees, but the less famous ones, costume designers, short filmmakers, sound technicians, people like that. They still have good seats, access to the stage, but not seats up next to Denzel here. They're not that famous. Then we have 3 other seating levels up above. Those are for Academy members. We've got over 6,000 members of the Academy, the people who vote to see who win the awards. Only 2,000 seats for them, though. So they do a lottery to see if they win tickets to their own event. And then we have the boxes on the sides. Those are going to be for the Board of Governors of the Academy, people who oversee it, as well as any special guests. This far right box that has Jackie Chan's poster board in it, that is because he was a Lifetime Achievement Award winner, so that was his box a couple months ago. We had our Vice President Joe Biden came a couple years ago. He was given one of the boxes. So any unique special guests like that would be given the special box seats. But in total, it is 3,400 seats. So it's large for a theater, small compared to like a football stadium, but large for a theater. And every seat has a full view of the stage. No bad seats in the house, no railings or columns in your way. You see everything that's going on down below. Different design every year, obviously, but huge set pieces, even bringing in things to hang from our ceilings. And we've got some monitors and cameras everywhere. Teleprompter in the middle here. And then there's the orchestra underneath. See the lights coming from below? Yeah. So this is the route that every winner is taken. It's called the Winner's Walk. Head backstage and then take a quick elevator ride.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Since we're a nice small group, let's get a sneak peek from one of the boxes. Oh. I think this is a very unique view of the theater. Wow. It looks a lot bigger to me from this angle.
It does.
Wow.
So you'll see that this hallway is private. It does not open up to the lobbies or the theater. So just from one end of this hallway to the other is the only time the Oscar winner has to themselves before they have to get up their picture taken and do all their interviews. So we do have a lot of private moments in here, a lot of crying and jumping for joy and screaming and clapping. We give them their privacy though. And after they're done making a mess of themselves, the end of the hallway, we have a hair and makeup artist standing by, fix them up before we take their pictures. We don't want them to have mascara running down their cheeks, so we make them look good again. And then right about here, we have our Oscar posters set up. They set up 3 Oscar posters, and every winner stops by and signs them for that year. So this is last year's supporting and leading actors and actresses as they stopped by to sign the posters here. And then they go to the end of the hallway. the end of the hallway is a door. And when that door opens, the first picture of you as an Oscar winner is taken right here in this hallway, just like this one of Hilary Swank here a few years back. So the curtains are closed, we put up some decorations, put some tuxedos on our security guards, but it's the same carpet, so you know we're in the right place. And then we take the Oscar winner through those doors, which connects over to this white building, the Hollywood Hotel. That's where the press are. Too many of them to fit in the theater, so we keep them over there. We bring the Oscar winner to them. They do about 15 to 20 minutes of interviews, and we bring them back into the theater. So we'll head back in the lobby. This is one of 6 bars operating that night, and it is free drinks for everybody all night long. So the seat fillers stay very busy. Most people are out in the lobbies talking, having champagne, instead of sitting quietly in a cold theater for 4 hours. So if there's ever times where the camera isn't showing the audience very much, you know it's because it's all seat fillers in there and all the celebrities are out in the lobby getting the party started. And then as soon as the show is over, it's time for the after parties, even more drinking. They happen all over Los Angeles. Most famous one is Elton John's. He hosts out in Beverly Hills. But we do host the official after party called the Governor's Ball. It's just upstairs on the 5th floor. So most people do stop by that one on their way out to Elton's. These photos here show you what the Governor's Ball looks like from year to year. Different theme for the party, very fancy party, very hard to get into. Out of the 3,400 people who go to the Oscars, only 1,500 get tickets to the Governor's Ball, so less than half. But if you are nominated, you get invited, because if you win, this is where they put your name on your Oscar, just like Leo finally had done last year. So it is officially yours once you stop by and get it engraved. You also get a 3-course meal provided by Wolfgang Puck. He is the official chef of the Oscars and the Dolby Theatre. And then after people have had their fancy food, you can usually find celebrities at the In-N-Out Burger, 3 blocks away. That is the best place to see celebrities on Oscar night. Hilary Swank took her Oscar statue there with her a few years ago. So good place to camp out. Now, the whole day, the red carpet, the ceremony, and the party cost $42 million last year. The party's the most expensive part of the day. It's that fancy, that expensive of a party, and it's only a 2-hour party, because everything has to stop at 12 o'clock, midnight. Like Cinderella, we have to turn back into a shopping mall. So we have to let Starbucks open the next morning. We have to let the cars back on the street. So it takes 1 month and $42 million to set up, but it comes down overnight in 10 hours. So that by Monday morning, 10 a.m., it's a mall again. And everybody can go shopping and get their Starbucks again. And that is the Oscars.